The thing about being outside of the box is that to the people that live within the box, you're going to look like the crazy person. And you have to understand this. Like, you actually have to be aware that that's their perception. And you shouldn't even try to change that. In fact, part of being outside of the box means that you know what's inside the box, right? So you're not just outside of the box where you're unaware of how the operation happens within the box, but you know what's inside the box, but you're above it, right? That actually means that you empathize with the people that are inside the box, which is why that people's opinions, or especially opinions that approve of you, or whether they approve of you or not, it shouldn't really get to you like that. Maybe the part that gets to you is that it disappoints you because you would wish these people would see your point. Why? Because you want them to do better. It's because for you it's really about helping people see higher and want more and aim for more. And in order to do that is that they have to be aware of a reality that exists beyond their current level. So you have good intentions, and that's probably why you were so passionate about educating people or sharing knowledge on how to break this box. And like the conversation about breaking the matrix, but without sounding super cryptic, let's talk about the box, right? So it's unfortunate because if you are someone that has access to more information outside of the box, you are going to face more resistance and more disapproval, more ridicule, even. And I'm actually specifically talking to the people who have been living outside the box, or maybe some of you are actually on the verge of it. Like you have been living inside the box your entire life, and finally maybe you're on the verge. You're seeing more, like that life exists outside this box, and that's what I'm telling you. And maybe this is where you're also confused because part of you is comfortable knowing, everything that you knew about life exists within this box. So although that you want more, that you have always questioned more, and now you have received more, you receive answers to your questions. So is there more life than this? Is there more life to life than what I've been taught? So now you might be getting your prayers answered, basically, but because of your fears of letting go of what you know, and because of your fears of the unknown, you might be struggling on that verge. And ultimately the choice is yours, but you see, fear is going to pull you into your comfort zone. And you have to think about this. Your comfort zone isn't even actually comfortable, because you see a lot of people actually pretend to be happy or comfortable when their definition of comfort just means that you're ignoring the problems. That's not comfort, right? You dismissing the problems or just brushing stuff under a rug is not the actual comfort, nor is it peace. So you gotta really question your values here. But anyways, if you are someone who has an eye for a world that exists outside of the box, just be prepared to be met with resistance or ridicule from the majority that live within the box, because they genuinely eat. But here's the thing, the tricky part here is that within the box there are still people that are like masters of the box, right? The people that are intelligent, they're smart, and the people that might be in a very prestigious position, like high status, whatever it is. And you're going to be confused. It's like, oh, these people who are very successful in their career, or who are very prestigious or whatever, the people that are like highly admired, or who are high achieving in the society, but it's within the box. But because the society validates people like this, you're going to maybe accidentally put them on a pedestal. So if these people invalidate you, but you are someone who exists beyond the box, right? You don't just know what's inside the box, you know what's more, something that's beyond the box. That actually means that you have more information, you have more access. However, if you're not careful, because you're unconsciously trying to get validation from these people, if these people call you out or they call you crazy, point fingers at you, you're going to accidentally, if you're not careful, you're going to give them the power to make you dim your light, dim your connection to the world that's outside of the box. But you have to hold on to this here. What are the values that you have? Why are you trying to get people to know about the world outside of the box in the first place? Because if you know your why, you will immediately disconnect from even feeding into the fear, because your why is that life outside of the box is so much more fulfilling. It's so much more prosperous. Like you basically are experiencing magic, right? That's the whole reason why you want people to see life outside of the box. That's the whole point, right? So of course you're the one who cares, right? You care about people, and that's why you want people to know about it. But then if these people bring you down and they think you're crazy or disapprove of you, because your heart is in here, you could get hurt. if you let yourself. So, but it's not about like, this is not about like, oh, don't, don't get her, whatever. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. But what I'm saying here is that if you are going to be talking to people about things beyond their understanding and knowledge, be prepared to be met with resistance and judgment or even condemnation or whatever. You might even lose friends, you might even miss out on opportunities. But here's the thing, anything that you lose as a result of you speaking your truth or as a result of you wishing the best or wanting best for other people, that's not a loss. It just means that you are finding further alignment, because the way to find alignment is by mitigating things that are out of alignment, right? So in the bigger picture, just keep staying true to yourself. And if you care about educating people or sharing with people about what you know to be true about life outside of this box, do that. But also don't do it at the expense of your mental health, to the point where it's not about avoiding discomfort. It's more about like, don't keep trying to convince people who don't want to be convinced, right? I know it hurts on the soul level because you want people to see what you see, because it's like life is so much, like, it's just different, right? When you really live beyond the matrix or above the matrix, when you have broken out of the paradigm, it's like a different life, and you know this. But at the same time, right, at the end of the day, everybody has free will. If people are not choosing to see more than what they understand, you can't waste your energy. Preserve your energy, but also don't lose hope, because I'm just like noticing that it's prominently becoming very dark, and it's very important that people like yourself still stay connected to yourself, but don't lose your why, and don't lose hope for humanity. But that also means that you have to preserve yourself efficiently, and don't give up on trying to find others that might really appreciate you. But once you identify that certain people are not worth your time, don't waste your time. Preserve your energy and knowledge and wisdom for people who deserve it.